Okay, so we're gonna be out here with the WL Toys Trifibian, the 3-in-1 today, the boat, drone, and it does have wheels if you wanna fly this or roll it across the ground. But today, we're gonna be out in here in the water. So we wanna put the back thing up, and that's the upper left button here. And this is gonna, not the most ideal setting. It's not super calm today, but it'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Look at this guy. And it does take off in this mode, so you gotta be careful. Had a few requests, a few people, I think Dean Daniels, shout out to Dean. He requested, not necessarily requested, but mentioned that it would be a good spot to do this quad in up here at the lake, and he was not wrong. This is a good spot for it. So we can go up here, and then we can go back in, and we can get with the seagulls. So we're only in 40% here too. Let me go to 80. And let me crash into the ocean. That guy with the air horn over there distracted me a little bit. So, let's see what we're doing here. We're upside down. Are we flashing? No, we're not flashing. So let's go back to boat mode and see what we're doing here. It's not like in the, you know, it's not super calm today, a little bit choppy, so it doesn't drive, but as long as you're going pretty straight here, we're doing pretty good, as you can see. And I had a few people comment about how this one's not necessarily the best, and yeah, it's not the best flyer in the world, but what do you really expect here? What is going on? Am I in headless mode here? I think I was in headless mode. It was like not doing what I was telling it to do. That was a little strange. I pushed this button. This must be headless mode up here. I did it by accident, trying to figure out which one raised the legs there. So beautiful weekend, beautiful Sunday here at the lake, and we're flying the WL Toys 3-in-1 Trifibian, and we're also giving it a little rip on the lake here. But yeah, it does not like to turn in these waves, as you can see, but not too bad. It almost like it's like flying across the water at times. You got to kind of really manage your throttle, but it's pretty cool. If I had been out here earlier, the lake was a little calmer, a little more calm, and that probably would have been the more ideal setting for this guy. But I mean, it's handling the water pretty well. It's just like flying a quad that's a boat, and you can even fly it with it tilted like this. Let me go back. It flies super heavy, as you might expect, though. So let's bring this guy in here for a little shot. A little shot of the Trifibian. It is a rather large quad, and it will fly super heavy, especially once you get a little watered down like it is now. But I gotta be honest with you, just for what it is, it doesn't fly half bad, you know? So let's come in here and let's raise the back, and we'll come in for a landing on the water, and we'll start ripping through the water. I mean, it runs pretty good. You can't tell me it doesn't run pretty good. I got like a bug crawling on my neck here. I gotta itch myself. Something's going on there. So I think Gear Best originally sent me this, and when they, you know, inquired about me testing this out, I was super skeptical, had the super skeptical hippo eyes going with this guy. I was like, this thing's not gonna fly well, and it's gonna be stupid. But then I started playing with it and flying it, and I'm like, man, this thing actually flies pretty good. Am I hearing a helicopter, or is that just a boat? Let me just stop for a minute. I think it's just a boat. Anyway, I'm not going high enough that it would bother a helicopter anyway. So we're on what, 80%? I'm not sure. Does this thing have 100%? Yeah, it does. That would be this button. They always mess me up, the WL Toys, because it looks like, I don't know. Anyway, we should be in 100% now. That is a boat, man. Sounds like a super huge engine. So, I mean, this thing, I've never had any range issues with it, but obviously you're not gonna, I don't know why you would fly this thing super far away from yourself anyway. It doesn't have a camera. I suppose you could attach maybe a Mobius Mini to it, but I don't know how well it would fly. I've never attempted it, and I probably wouldn't advise like flying it in the water unless you got an underwater housing or waterproof housing for your Mobius Mini. But if you're looking for something fun, if you got a spot to enjoy this in the water, this guy's fun, super fun flyer. And you know, I had a few comments when I originally posted the video with this guy that, you know, it worked like 3 times and then it didn't work at all or something like that. Mine, I've run it a bunch of times and haven't had any issues yet. I don't have an exact number for you, but I've done it plenty of times. I would say the one thing with this guy is definitely on the charging port here, you want to make sure that is sealed up tight, because it does take a little finesse to make sure you're totally down there. Otherwise you might have some, I can see you having issues that way. Ooh, that guy, someone just did like the goofy yell on the jet ski maybe over there, ripping across the water. Should we go race him with this thing? Who do you think's gonna win? The jet ski or this guy? Let's go right into the waves. Into the waves. I don't have to worry too much about LVC warning here today because I can just walk out and get it. That's the advantage. When I originally did the video, I was like in the canal. You don't want to swim in that canal, man. There's undertows and all this other stuff. Definitely not going swimming for it. So let's go up here. We might be at LVC. Yeah, we're flashing. So there you go, guys. A little video here with the Trifibian from WL Toys. Can you see those LEDs flashing? They are flashing. So if you got the means, I highly recommend this guy. Or if you're interested in it, check it out. I have it linked in the description below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow.